streaming. Why do I have mail? Let's see why I have mail. Nap time. Oh yeah, was that exploration journey. And I won't look at the notices. Notices will be when I'm not streaming. Like that. Oh yeah,
this
there's
is
a
a
new
day.
performance area. Well, show me this location. So far it was all leeway, but I guess we're going here. All of leeway. We travel only to go here. Now, it's come to my understanding that anyone who happens to see this stream will notice that I'm asking, what is wrong with Aloy again? Other than being a character. Not in my party at the moment, because they're not powerful enough. Then I already have an ice character that's going to be powerful. Play the thing here. Well, I already fucked up. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta use control stick for menus. Used to other games. As long as the inner circle is white, you hit play, or hit the button. Not for the line to get to the circle. That's what I've learned with this. This ain't no Guitar Hero or Dance Dance Revolution. Or Boom Boom Rocket. No one will know what that is without Googling it. No, do not challenge them. Let me just play my Primo Gems. And do this so I can mark it off the thing. see. Character archive. So, what's wrong about this character? This particular character? It's apparently insulting? Is that what it is? I haven't leveled up any talents. But on that, for an ice archer, even my friend who power game stuff says that the damage bonuses are not sound nice and look nice. That and the ability to go up to animals without them running off is nice to have in the party for when you're getting certain resources. Animals who produce foul, raw meat, or chilled meat will not be startled when the party member approaches them, meaning they will not run away until you strike them, making it easier to get food. Wouldn't you want that? I see it as a utility. So, what's the problem? Again, I want this character. Because I have this one, which I could level up at some point. And we have this one, which I could also level. Which I have leveled up, which is my ranger. And then you have this one, who is a thermal user, but wind. Oh, and I didn't get Klee.
Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you?
Which if I would have gotten Klee, I would have had all the... If I would have gotten Klee, and then gotten Sayu, I would have had all the characters needed to make the Lolly Force. Or the Munchkin Force. Actually, Munchkin Force sounds better. Sure ain't no Sonic Heroes. Quest. Plug and play plan. Top just Iron Balloon, complete protect a monolith, and crash course on fashion. Or do this quest thing here. Or do the hangout quest. Oh, and what people... And I've seen a bunch of people whine and bitch about this game. It's a free-to-play. What do you fucking expect? You don't have to put money into the game. Just be glad you get to enjoy it. If you don't like it, I guess don't play. Stop whining and bitching.
Haven't seen Toma in a while. Who knows what that guy's working on these days?
Probably something of the utmost importance, as ever. Taking guests out for lavish meals, cleaning up around the house, the usual.
We have people like that to thank for the decline of the samurai spirit in this day and age. If you're just gonna schmooze your way through every problem in life, you might as well put your blade on the scrap heap. It's like everything. Use it or lose it. Also, I heard he's Mondstadt, born and bred. Just saying.
Oh, well, no wonder. What do you think Miss Kamisato even sees in that guy?
Sorry, haven't slept too well the last couple of days, on account of all this rain we've been having. Wait, what are you all doing here? Has something happened?
We were just having a little chat on our break. It's time we were going. There's still lots to do. We're busy people, Toma. You do well to grow a sense of urgency.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. I'll think about that when my vacation's over. Sorry I'm a little late. Something came up. Yep, I sure did. No big deal, though. People like to criticize those who don't fit in. It's the same everywhere. If a little private gossiping helps them let off some steam, well, good for them. It does no harm to the Kamisato clan. Wouldn't you agree? Exactly. Or live and let live, as they say. Today, it's time for a hard-earned rest. There's been so much to deal with since I got out of Komori Tea House. Oh man, this vacation's been a long time coming.
You did not move your mouth when you said that, you Japanese.
There's too much going on here. Let's find somewhere more peaceful to discuss the plan for the day. You're still my guest after all, and I'd like to hear your ideas. I keep thinking, since I'm the host here, we ought to do something you'll enjoy. But despite that, I still haven't got a clear plan on where to take you. So, what do you usually prefer? Indoor or outdoor activities? You want to go out for a stroll? Perfect. I have a couple of places I was going to recommend. If you like cats and dogs, there's a great place I can take you. I go there pretty much every time I have a day off. You can't help but be in a good mood when you're surrounded. Feeling that, we could go downtown if you'd prefer. Narukami Island will be packed right now, so we could go to Rito instead. Back to where we first met. I haven't been there in a long time. Which one are you feeling? There's a sakura tree in Hanamizaka where I go to feed them. Let's meet there in a short while. I need to grab a few things, though. Can't go there empty-handed.
Okay. So that's where a path select is. Fuck off, Thor. I thought I got rid of all them. I thought I got rid of the things that cause thunder all the time, but apparently not. Thunder and lightning. Great. Wait, I forget. Does lightning in this game, when struck from weather, cause fire? Does in Breath of the Wild, I bet. Actually, it wouldn't, because it would cause an elemental reaction immediately, wouldn't it?
This is a pretty good spot, right? There are tons of stray cats and dogs here at the outskirts. Every time I come to Komori Tea House, I bring some food for them. It just sort of became a tradition over time. At first, it was a bit of a chore, but the more time I spent with them, the more I came to enjoy it. You think so? Well, feed them enough times and I'm sure you'll win their affection too. Not only that, you'll also start to feel that they're your responsibility. Whenever you have any free time, you'll find yourself desperate to come and visit them. why don't you try feeding them? I brought some of their favorite food just so you could get into their good graces.
Okay,
Don't
sure.
worry, I've trained them to not be aggressive toward humans.
Sure. Get my hand bit off.
They'll still run away if they find someone threatening, but I'm pretty sure they'll like you. You're an approachable person, and they can tell. Animals are very sensitive to these things.
No, they're not. Either that or they're waiting to exploit our goddamn weakness so that they can kill us and take over. But they leave us alive because we are the ones that feed them. But should we deviate from their plan, we are dead. Don't you forget this, Toma. We are just their playthings.
Well, that didn't take long. Look at
this
that!
for Pokemon
Best
games.
buds already. Some of the dogs are even showing their bellies. That's a sign that they well, you'll rarely see Tarumaru roll onto his back, though. He's a ninja dog, so he's always on guard in case an enemy approaches. Speaking of ninja dogs, I actually saw one the other day on the beach north of Konda Village. Well, that's the thing. They rarely go off on their own. Usually they stick with their human ninja partners. After retiring, most ninja dogs are taken in by their partner, or sometimes someone else in the Yashiro Commission will take them in. It's extremely rare to find them on their own in the wild, so it makes me a little concerned. Believe me, I wanted to bring it back to the Yashiro Commission, but it wouldn't let me. I tried establishing some trust by petting it on the head, but it gave me a nasty bite. Still, I don't want to give up on it. That would be great. Even it seems to sit in the same spot on the beach all day, only moving to take a few paces back when the tide comes in. Last time I saw it, its fur was soaking wet. Ultimately, bringing it back to the Yashiro Commission is going to... Or, we could even bring it back to Komori T... Well...
If you even get that far. So where am I going to now? Right here. So the best bet would be teleport here and then glide. So apparently Aloy is an insulting character. Well, I don't know why most players are trying to delete Aloy. What's bad about the character? I mean, I haven't played Horizon Zero Dawn or anything, but
Come
I
with
don't know
me.
what's bad about
Let us
the
find
character.
shelter from the rain.
Personally, all I know is it's a character from another game. It might fit in the game because it's a crossover character, but that's what you get with crossover. Hey, hi Tori. Black screen upload.
Oh, see it? It's that one, just up. Judging by the breed and apparel, it definitely is a ninja dog from the Shimatsuban. It's looking a little more docile today. Shall we... Oh, you should stay a few paces behind me. I know it looks calm, but if it gets riled up, it could pounce and bite in an instant. Here, doggy. Good doggy. You hungry, my friend? I brought you a nice little snack. Oh, you're a vicious little thing, aren't you? You almost bit me again. Look at you, wasting away. You must want to eat a little something. You don't have to come back with us, but come on. A dog's gotta eat, right? You're not worried it's poisoned, are you? Here, I'll take the See? Delicious and poison-free. Come on, just have a bite. A little tiny bite. And then I'll leave you alone. How's that sound? Looks like it has zero intention of eating the food we brought. Is it just me, or does it look kind of on edge? Maybe it's something in the sea, or something nearby that's got him on alert. You think he was attacked by monsters? People do tend to lose their appetite in dangerous situations. Maybe it's the same. Thanks for helping out.
Oh, and it's right. Perfect.
Yeah! Take flight! Right. Whirling snow!
Oh, here, doggy. Look, no more danger. You've gotta want to eat a little something now. Whatever's on your mind, you can tell me and Tarumaru all about it. Rejected again. And there I was, thinking that I was the one it didn't like. I didn't expect it to be so on edge around you, too. Well, to me, this proves that it simply doesn't want to leave this place. For now, let's not Time to head back to the Yashiro Commission headquarters. I'll see if that's right. The Shumatsuban only answer to the Yashiro Commissioner, Kamisato Ayato. Under most circumstances, no one else has the authority to However, I was talking to Commissioner Ayato a while back, and he agreed to let me bend the rules in exceptional circumstances. That doesn't mean I can mobilize the Shumatsuban to do my bidding, of course, but I'll be able to get the intel we need, no problem. It's sort of a prerogative I have. Oh, alright, there's a good dog. Calm down. We're not gonna take you away. It's much safer here now, see? We're gonna leave now. Make sure to give yourself a good... Alright.
Hey, Tori. Come here. I don't want to yell.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
I could.
How greedy of me.
I could sit and I get a what? And I answer back with, come here, I don't want to yell. I might need to. I guess I'm standing up and going to you then. Guess I'm standing up and going to you then. Because I did say, come here, I don't want to yell. But, I was gonna tell you, you wanna know what I just read and found out online? You know the Aloy character you get for free in Genshin? People are going out of their way to try and delete it. Because it's the insulting Aloy, people are trying to delete it. I guess people don't want Aloy in the game. And are protesting by not claiming the mail and going, I'll just wait till the mail expires so it deletes. That sort of thing. And I don't understand what's bad about the character. It's a free 5-star ice bow user with decent DPS abilities. So what's bad? It's like,
what's wrong with that game?
I don't know. Everyone seems to want to whine and bitch about Genshin, but they don't. But any other game, they barely whine and bitch about that for games that they have to pay for. Just like how people are saying, like, fucking. What would be perfect examples? I'm looking at the games that are out here. As a perfect, like Animal Crossing. Some people don't like Animal Crossing and think it's a waste of time, where a whole bunch of other people love it and say it's it's a perfect game or something. Someone like me will go, it's an okay game, it's not perfect. Or someone who doesn't like simulator games or The Sims, like with Darren, he doesn't like Sims at all, but a bunch of other people love The Sims. So, Sims does what it does. Animal Crossing does what it does. Genshin Impact does what it does. What's the problem? Two of the games are paid for. No one complains about it. Especially how EA makes you have to buy a DLC to get 5 extra bush options, or options that should have been part of the main game. Like with pets and dogs, in order to get pets and dogs, you have to buy a whole, $20, $30 expansion to have pets. When you think it would be part of the main game. No one complains about that. But they all complain about anything a free-to-play game does.
I'll be right out.
Mm-hmm.
The blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities.
This ninja dog you speak of, it rings a bell. Could I trouble you to describe it again?
A red Shiba with a scar in its eye, dressed in black stealth wear.
Oh, I think I know. You must be talking about Inu Shosho. That's right. I'm really surprised that's where you found him.
Perfect! Now that we figured out his identity, we can get his owner to go and collect it. I should add, it's never good to have dogs run away like this. The poor thing's out there all on his own with no real food or shelter day and night. So, shall we go find the owner and see if they have time to fetch him?
I'm sorry, that won't be possible.
Why?
I'm afraid I can't disclose the owner's identity. What I can tell you is they went out to sea on a dangerous mission and he won't be coming back. I had no idea that he hadn't taken Inu Shosho along with him. Seems he decided to face this one alone. I can only assume that Inu Shosho is waiting for his owner to come back, which is why he refuses to move from the beach.
Did Inu Shosho's owner leave anything behind? You know, any personal items, or a Shimatsuban uniform, perhaps?
Most of his possessions disappeared along with the man himself. The only thing I can think of is the kunai he used to train with. Come with me. I'll see if I can find it for you. Ah, yes, this looks like the one. The reason this kunai stands out in my memory is because when he first joined the Shumatsuban, he trained it harder than anyone else, to the point where the tip became blunt from erosion. Take it. The Shumatsuban will make sure to cover Inu Shosho's daily expenses.
Thank you kindly. Let's just hope Inu Shosho remembers the sense of this kunai. Let's go pay Inu Shosho another visit.
garden and put up some flowers for the young lady.
From here this time. Fucking, I swear, other Genshin players, or most Genshin players that I keep reading about on the media, are a bunch of whiners. Like, whiny whiners. It's like one thing they don't like, and everyone flips their shit. It's a free-to-play game. Don't whine and bitch that certain things cost money. Or bitch about whatever free items you might get. It's not a paid-for game. You don't have to pay anything. You're not entitled to anything.
Hey, Inush. I know. How come this strange man suddenly knows your name? You're waiting for your master to come home, aren't you? Mind if we wait with you? Don't worry, we're not looking to suddenly whisk you away. Look at this. As I thought, you remember. Excellent. It looks like what he needed wasn't for us to take him away, but for us. You know, I sometimes did this too, when I first arrived, and everyone has people and events from their past that they look back on fondly. The Shumatsuban is not a peaceful organization. Many of the Shumatsuban's ninjas have paid the ultimate price in the course of carrying out top-secret missions. The Shumatsuban never discloses their identities, and doesn't publicly commemorate them. But at least now, Inushosho, you're not the only one in the world who remembers him. From today onward... I think that means deal, right? Hey, maybe we could build a little kennel for him. I could make some winter clothes for him, too.
Ninja dog.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
And that's the thing with being ninjas. Genshin Impact, people are a bunch of whiners, and I can say that.
A blade embraces...
Most Genshin Impact players are a bunch of whiners. Or any free-to-play game where they complain about most everything.
Well, that didn't... Some of the dogs are even well, you'll rarely see Speaking of ninja dogs, well, that's after retiring, most ninja dogs... It's extremely rare to find them on their own in the wild, so it makes me a little concerned. But I tried establishing some still, I don't want to give... That's probably a good idea. It was in a very aggressive mood the last time I saw it. I'm worried it might bite you if we try to approach it, though. Let's wait until it's in need before going to its aid. But back to our other animal friends. Now that the weather's getting colder, I'm wondering whether I should knit some sweaters for the... Problem is, most of them don't actually like being touched, so I can't take their measurements very easily. That's not a bad idea. We could take photos of them from different angles, then work out their measurements by using other objects in the picture as a reference. See? You're the real fixer.
Perfect.
Well, I think we've got enough. I can't get over how cute they are. They're just adorable, aren't they? I'll have to think carefully about what kind of sweaters to... The color should be complementary. Well, you know what? Let's buy some You know, the first time I came here, I still remember the first time I fed it. The Kamisato clan had just introduced a series of new policies, but a few of the more stubborn clan elders were extremely resistant to the changes. I was holding my umbrella, on my way to visit one such gentleman of senior status. The plan was to talk him into supporting the clan's decision. Sadly, he wasn't interested in having a conversation. He didn't even let me in. As soon as he saw me coming, he got his samurai to send me away. I mean, I fixed it in the end, of course. It's just that the first few visits didn't go so smoothly. So, anyway, after they turned me away, the weather went from bad to worse. The wind was so strong it rendered my umbrella completely useless. Before long, I was drenched from head to toe. I must have looked like a... I decided to take shelter under a tree and found a stray dog sitting there. It saw me and moved a little further in, like it was trying to make room for me. So we sat there together. I shared my onigiri with it, stone cold by this point, but still edible, and we ended up huddling together, waiting for the rain to stop. As far as the big shots are concerned, I'm just an expendable servant boy. I always have to be mindful about what they might want, and what I can do for them in return. But when I'm with these little guys and gals, everything's so much simpler. One stone-cold onigiri, and hey, presto! We're friends for... Even when I show up empty-handed, they still come to me. When it comes down to it, I think it's these simple and straightforward connections that sorry. Ended up giving you the unabridged version. Shall we come visit this place again some other time? Great, I'll...
So that's the end of that one. Wait for the following day. Which means use the time thing. About 10 seconds.
So sleepy. I had some things I needed to do, so I ended up burning the midnight oil to get those sweaters knitted. I wonder if they'll actually suit them, though. Well, let's start by testing them out. This one's for Petal. Oh, and this one's for Darko. And this one's for Goldilocks. With any luck, that should see them through the winter. Then, come the spring, a new year will begin. And they'll be free to roam the wilds once again. You know, if you take one day at a time and be kind to the world, good things will come your way eventually. That might sound a bit naive, but at least it seems to have worked for me.
this is a day in the life of the traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
Okay. At least it wasn't the Emperor's new. So, that path is done. Go with this one so I can get the other one.
Haven't seen Toma in a while. We have people like also.
Oh, well, no wonder.
Sorry, haven't slept too well the last. Wait, what are you all doing?
We're busy people, Toma.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. Sorry I'm a little late. Yep. No big deal, though. People like if a little private gossiping helps, wouldn't you agree? Oh? I'm touched that that's how you see the situation. I don't think we need to go down that route, though. In any case, as a housekeeper, it's hardly my place to get all high and mighty with other staff in the Yashiro Commission. But you're my guest and I live to serve. So if you have any other thoughts on the matter, please do. I'm willing to give anything you suggest a shot. As long as it's a serious suggestion, of course. I'll be waiting for you right here. Just kept...
You're asking me what I think Toma could do better? He's busy enough as it is, don't you think? I barely see him around here, and when I do, more often than not, he's busy with... I think he should carry on doing what he's doing. Everyone's got their own way of living, and Toma's...
Damn it! I hit the wrong foot. Apparently you can't talk to them. I didn't want to go into the building. I wanted to go out of the building. Stay out of the building. Unless in here there's somebody to talk to. Nope. It's literally you have to be out in the outside area. So note, the guards at the door cannot be talked to. They just act as part of the door. I'm going to talk to the guards.
Greetings. Welcome to the Yashiro Commission. People have been talking about him behind his back? Surely not. He does a wonderful job, and always remains modest about it. Why would anyone... Huh. I can't figure it out.
This is going... Oh! You're Miss Kamisato's friend. Basically, something downright awful's happened, and we're discussing what on earth we should do about it. In preparation for the festival next month, we procured some very precious ceremonial implements from another island.
Highly low. I see you right next to my chair. What is it? What is it? I'm streaming the game right now. Hello, doggy. Go get someone else real quick. I'll bet you.
But as luck would have it, our ship got hit by strong winds out at sea. Well, certainly there's no time to go all the way back out there and buy another batch. Our only option is a gentleman based on Narukami Island by the name of Yusaku. But he's a shrewd one. He caught on to the fact that we needed the goods urgently and raised prices sky high. Clearly, he wants to take us for every mora we're worth. It's a real dilemma. We've tried, but he just won't budge. It doesn't help that he has something of a feud with the Yashiro Commission. He once sold us some ceremonial implements of exceptionally poor quality. We returned the items and exposed his malpractice in the process. He's resented us ever since. Now that he actually has the chance to get back at us, there's no way he'll... The Yashiro Commission doesn't have any direct authority over merchants. We could file a formal complaint, but the process is long and Kazumasa and Furusawa have marched off to see him. But I don't know whether they'll be able to resolve it. I really hope the festival goes smooth.
Oh, that whole situation, huh? I heard a thing or two about it. I was planning on finding some time to sort it out after entertaining you. It's hard to say for sure. I'd need to talk with the guy first. Since this has piqued your interest, how about we head over there together? Still, the original plan here was to focus on your enjoyment, not rope you into the trials and tribulations of the Yashiro Commission. Oh, well, in that case, I guess I'd better look alive. Well, if that is what you really want,
Unforeseen circumstances. Damn, I have to choose which teleports. Won't leave me alone. I get it. You want attention. Do you need something? Can I stream my game?
A blade embraces its duty.
Why is it always when I stream a game you need some? I'll be done in a few. I just gotta finish this. Because some of it, and for the most part, is just...
Your asking price just isn't realistic. Hey, what point are you trying to make here, huh?
If the festival gets delayed, don't say we didn't warn you.
Help! I'm being attacked by Yashiro Samurai!
What? Hey!
You little... Take it easy, would you? Look, we're not going to harm you, all right?
The Yashiro Commission is forcing me to sell against my will! Doshin! I need a Doshin!
Looks like there's no negotiation to be had here.
Is that all they got? Amateurs. The nerve. Oh, hello. You were...
Hello again.
Wait, I know you! Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commission's errand boy, Toma.
Why does that sound like a Yu-Gi-Oh character? If it isn't his errand boy, Toma. Almost sounded like Pegasus, but more evil.
Do you know how long the Tenryo Commission locked me up for? And all thanks to you, going on about my goods being cheap fakes.
You almost make it sound like I planted something and framed you. Those goods were defective, you know that, right?
Ugh, you're so pedantic. Think how many festivals there are in a given year. Now, take candles, for example. Do you have any idea how many they go through? I could switch half of them out for duds without a single person noticing, and make a small fortune in the process. I was happily providing you with some much-needed supplies. Not only were you ungrateful, you had the audacity to report me! Well, now the tables have finally turned, and you're begging for my help. Can you really blame me for charging a little extra? Look, I found out what happened. The Commission's shipment ran into a storm and is now lying at the bottom of the ocean. The festival's right around the corner, so postponing it isn't an option. Right now, I'm the only one selling what you need. If the festival goes pear-shaped and Guji-ai or the almighty Shogun hears about it, they are not going to be happy. And then you'll have a real problem on your hands. So you might want to consider your position here.
Oh, come on, boss. This is all a little heartless. Besides, aside from the Yashiro Commission, no one else buys ceremonial items. Surely resolving this dispute swiftly is in your interest, too.
Don't give me that! The fact is, you're desperate to buy, and I ain't desperate to sell. The batch I have here can go to waste for all I care. It'd be no great loss.
Looks like we can't come to an agreement, then.
Well, I'm glad it's dawning on you. Time's precious, and I've given you a fair slice of mine today.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that he doesn't intend to discuss this any further. I guess his time in the police station didn't make for happy memories. Nope, I can't say I think much of the way Yusaku was acting. But ultimately, the issue here lies with the Yashiro. We were the ones who lost the goods, so the responsibility is on us to find a solution. Otherwise, even if we write this out, the Yashiro Commission's reputation will take a huge hit. Let's go. There are...
Ah, if it isn't Toma. I must say I'm surprised to see you. Last I heard, you were in Rito. Then you just vanished into thin air. Who's the new...
A friend.
Friend? What, line of work is this guy in, then?
They're not a connection, if that's what you're thinking. Just a regular friend. No vested interest here. I originally wanted to take him out for some downtime, but we've ended up mired in commission-related complications.
Okay, I see. My mistake. So, what's the situation today, then? I only ever see you when you need something.
Well, I remember the last time we spoke, you were grumbling about a lack of iron ore. Have you made any progress on that front?
Why? You got any supplier recommendations? You're a little out of the loop, my friend. We increased our bid price a while back. Soon after, we found plenty of sellers were pulling out all the stops to import stock from wherever they could get a hold of it. I heard some people were so eager to get in on the action that they even took out loans to get ahead of the competition. If you were hoping to enter the bidding now, I'm afraid you're a little late to the party.
Sounds like now you have the opposite problem. More iron ore than you know what to do with.
That's right. We're going to have to select a few sellers from the pool. There are certain candidates under consideration already, but we're still on the fence.
I see. Well, would you mind if I gave you a couple of tips? As it happens, I'd noticed that shipments of iron ore had recently picked up. I looked into it a little and managed to get a sense of which sellers had the quality stock, which offered competitive prices, and so on.
Huh, you don't say. All right.
These two are veterans of the business. Regular sales, quality stock, but their price is a little steep. I think you could talk them down, though. I'd say to around 80% of what they've quoted you. This one sprung up out of nowhere recently in retail. Their approach is high volume, small profit margins. The quality's not too bad, but there's always a few duds, so you'd need to inspect the goods thoroughly upon receipt. This one grabbed a loan and leapt straight onto the bandwagon. In their haste, I fear they may have ended up with the mixed bag as far as quality is concerned. Given that their price isn't particularly competitive either, I wouldn't consider them if I were you.
Wait, I know this name.
To be completely upfront, this is really quite important to me, so your help in this regard would be greatly appreciated.
Don't mention it. It's no skip. There is something I hope you could do for me in return, though. It's the worst on the road between Konda Village and Inazuma City.
No problem. We'll be back before... I guess you have a few questions. I'll explain everything later. But it looks like we'll need to get to work...
Damn ninja. Tell me your secrets. If only I had sight, maybe they'll tell me their secrets. Actually, they won't. I'll die. But they're not capable. Battery low. Where's my charger? There it is. Guard dog Lilo. I might as well just travel the rest of the way. Stamina about to run. The hell? Oh, there. That would be why. There's a thing. Rendering.
Take flight. Incoming. Cut to the chase.
Defense down. When they're impacted. Lightning and ice for defense down.
Man, this hurts.
Against the
Those monsters came out of nowhere. Thank you both for your help.
Hi there. Yasutake commissioned us to come and assist with the delivery.
Wonderful. So, do I...
Nope, this is between us and Yasutake. He's the one you should be thanking. All right, let...
Defense.
Power cord.
more monsters to come.
My apologies.
Steady as stone. Time to clean up.
Okay, almost there now. One final push.
Feel the beat.
To cause fire damage.
Nowhere to hide. Take flight. Embrace the ice.
All right. I think we...
Many thanks. There were so many monsters I didn't even see where they came from. It was a dicey...
The route should be safe from here on out. We'll be heading off now.
Sure thing. Again.
All in...
Back up there. Here we go. Okay, just teleport up here. There we are. That's that done.
Worry no more, good sir. Your goods have been safely delivered.
Good to know. As for the issue you needed my help with, I have someone on the case. You can expect a resolution very shortly. You always seem to be cleaning up for other people behind the scenes. It must keep you pretty busy. Seems to eat up all your... Speaking of, I'm going to need your help again in a few days' time. There's a meeting coming up, and several trade associations will be fighting tooth and nail over the chance to make a profit. You'll have to mediate on this one.
Ah, that rings a bell. Not a problem. I'll be there.
Oh, one other thing. I heard Sakai gave our guy a loan a while back. Just thought you might be...
Huh, is that so? It sounds like I should go talk to him then.
Think nothing of it.
Okay, this problem is halfway solved. That was the quartermaster of the Tenryo Commission. He's in charge of all of their procurement. Making weapons involves purchasing raw materials, so he's the key decision maker in all the related The iron ore trade is actually what I was discussing with him just now. On the surface, not a whole lot, I'll admit. But before that, time to go
Ah, Toma, you two? Yasutake sent someone over already, but I'm telling you, Toma, I just don't know if it's feasible.
Really? Why? Is there a problem?
You betcha! The guy owes me Mora, for sure, but there's a long repayment period on that loan. If I go hounding him for Mora now, that makes me the bad guy.
But as I recall, the only reason he was entitled to such a long period was because at the outset, he had a business relationship with the Yashiro Commission. So, if we sever ties with him, surely he'd have to pay you back right away.
In principle, that's how it works, but I'd still be the one who has to take all the flack. I'm just a small timer, you know? People like me need stability and security, not to go rocking the boat.
Come on now, let's work something out. Weren't you after some Noctiluctus Jade last time we spoke? We can put our heads together and get a hold of some for you.
Well...
For starters, I'd say that's plenty for now. You don't want to go biting off more than you can chew, right?
You... Okay, fine. If you bring me some Noctilucus Jade, I'll get my hands dirty for you.
Great. All right. Okay.
Plenty. Leave the rest to me. You know, Toma, you haven't changed one bit. Same mindset. I sure hope the two of us never get into a conflict. Fingers crossed our cooperation will stay happy and healthy for a long time to come.
Don't you worry. Unless you've got plans to cause trouble for the Yashiro Commission, the future looks bright for all our future dealings.
That's good to hear. Okay, I'll be seeing you folks.
People whose attention is always focused on other people's weaknesses tend to expose their own weaknesses pretty easily. Let's head back to the Yashiro.
Teleportation. Teleportation. Pathfinder. And continuing the story.
We could try asking him nicely.
I highly doubt that would work. And again, since we don't have any other option...
But the samurai spirit...
We serve the head of the clan. If the clan is in trouble, we must bear what...
Is anyone...
Huh?
He must be here to make fun of us.
There's nothing we can do about it. I apologize. Huh?
I apologize. Forgive me. I'll sell to you at the original price. No, what am I saying?
What's going on here?
Toma? Toma, are you... I was completely in the wrong. However much you need, I'll sell it to you. I've got a warehouse full of stock, too, if you need more.
And without any duds this time, I assume?
None whatsoever. I'll stake my whole reputation on it. No fakes, no defects. Please, this is my whole livelihood.
Since you've promised not to sneak in any fakes this time around, go ahead with the shipment. Once we've inspected the goods, and if all's in order, I'm sure whatever problems you're presently facing will quickly disappear.
Okay, I'll deliver the goods.
You see what I mean? Getting things settled as soon as possible is in everyone's best interest. All right, with that taken care of, let's get out of here.
Why was he apologizing to Toma?
What's going on here? That's strange. Where'd he...
Okay, the floors are done. Next, I need to dust down the railings. I only took one day off, but look how much dust has gathered. This is what I mean when I say cleaning is a daily chore. You remember what he said, don't you? His goods could go unsold, and it wouldn't bother him. So, the solution in this case was to cut off his main line of business and make him really feel the heat. The Yashiro Commission doesn't have the authority to meddle in the business world, but as it happened, I knew a few of his major customers, so I sorted it out privately. When he realized he couldn't shift his product, had no source of revenue, and wouldn't be able to pay off his loan, he suddenly felt the pressure. Then, I just had to make sure he caught wind of what the cause of his problems was, so he'd seek us out to make an apology. It's no big deal. I've dealt with plenty of situations like this in the past. I know you'd like people to look up to me more, but it doesn't bother me all that much. I'm just the housekeeper of the Kamisato clan. Reputation isn't all that important to me. On the contrary, having two... You feel indignant for my sake when you hear people spreading gossip about me, don't you? That says that in your mind, I'm not the kind of person they say I am. For me, that's enough. Thanks for your help in averting a potential crisis for the Yashiro Commission. I owe you one. Ah, plus I didn't get very far with entertaining you this time around.
Okay, that quest line done. Is it all one straight path though? It is all one straight path, so that gets done. Itinerary.
I keep thinking, since I'm the... But despite that... So, what do you usually prefer? Sounds like a plan. I don't really feel like spending my day running all over... In which case, there's nowhere better to sit. I'll head over there right now and get a...
A tea house of doom. I'm nothing. Highly low. Damn it, I ran out of pop in my cup. I know I'm not talk active for this stream, it's just... Mainly I'm doing this visual novel stuff, and I get comments and get to make comments in between. Sometimes, or during them. That's what the hangout quests are to me. They're visual novels with multiple endings.
Oh, welcome! It must have been a while since you were last
that's
here.
A visual novel game anyway. I've seen the Sakura games.
Since it's about time to eat, I couldn't resist whipping up a little something for us. So please, help. And I can't claim to compete with the likes of Uyu Restaurant Chef, but I think I did all right. What's wrong? You look shocked. Whoa, there's been a misunderstanding. I admit, I may have added a few weird things to that hot pot, but it was just a game. For normal meals, I cook normal dishes. I am a housekeeper after all. Wouldn't have gotten very far without a few culinary skills. Anyway, please dig... Well, seems like my cooking has your seal of approval. You're welcome. When you're out adventuring on your own, you've got to maintain your quality of life. Take your cape, for example. I definitely see one or two loose threads there. If you ignore them, sooner or later the whole seam is going to come undone, and then you'll have a really tough time mending it. Let me sew it up for you later. I'm pretty handy with the... Speaking of housekeeping, I can say with confidence that you won't find any... Cleaning, cooking, and mending are among my greatest strengths. You can always feel free to hand me jobs like this. What is it? Wait, you're suggesting I teach housekeeping to the Yashiro Commission staff? I'm not sure it would work. I doubt anyone would sign up for that class. I just don't think it's realistic to change people's perception of me just by showcasing my housekeeping skills. I'm surprised that whole matter is still troubling you, actually. With that being said, finding an opportunity to share some housekeeping wisdom with the Yashiro Commission would certainly be in... Life maintenance is important. You have to look after yourself if you're going to bring your... You know what? Let's give it a try. You think so? If I'm going to end up with a lot of students, I should make sure I have all the supplies I need for the class. Tables and chairs I can sort out easily enough, but I'll need to stock up on material. Are you sure? Once we have all our... I really hope everything...
I have items.
I could use a few more things. I'll need lavender melon.
Wait, do I not have one of those items mentioned? So what do I have? I have the lavender melon. I have a fowl. I don't have flour. Wait a minute. I have rice. Yeah, I don't have flour. Strange. I seem to have forgotten I ran out of something. So, that being said, I should go make flour. Actually, there should be flour to collect somewhere. I believe I processed ingredients. The other option is to use my teapot. But I can't use the teapot while during a hangout quest. I believe. It's loading. And there we go. We'll just walk up the trees. So, wait, is there's a pot? Usually that means there's a cooking pot or something, right? We're not going to look for that particular one. Look for one over here. There's usually one always by a restaurant. I knew it. So that's what it looks like when all the resources are loading. Just wait a couple seconds. Well, wait a minute for one to be claimable. Oh yeah, you can only process 100 at a time. Come on, 10 seconds. You need to be able to clean this. Obtain one. Add one back to the pile. I have what I need.
apologies. Kamore Tea House only accepts guests.
Aloy's just relaxing. Like a good guard dog. Secretly a ninja. Hello, are you a ninja? You twitched, so I'm assuming no. Or I'm assuming no. With the lying kind of no. You're gonna kill me, aren't you?
Great! That's all the ingredients we need. Time to hit the streets and launch our grand advert. As it happens, I know someone in town who runs a textiles business. So, let's...
Is it loading my quest? A character is currently involved in other quests. Cannot. What? Ah, that commission. Fuck. I didn't know a commission would block a quest. More reason to do your dailies before anything else. God damn it. Sometimes the ice dash gets stuck on things. Same goes for the water dash. There we go. And now we can do this.
Welcome to Ogre Textiles and Kimo. Oh, hi, Toma. Looking to buy some fabric? We have a new batch in.
It sounds interesting. I'll take a look. But the main reason I'm here today, though, is to pick your brain about something.
Oh? And what might that...
Well, we're thinking of starting a housekeeping class. Problem is, I'm not sure where to go looking for students. So I was wondering if you might help me spread the word. Among other things, I'll be teaching some handy sewing techniques, so providing everything goes smoothly, I'll be needing to buy quite a lot of fabric from your store. Do you think you'd be able to lend a hand?
Of course, it'd be my pleasure. And thank you for As it happens, several of my regular customers do have an interest in housekeeping. After I've closed up for the day, I'll go and talk to them for you. I'm almost certain that they'll want... The only thing is, I'm not sure there's enough of them for a whole class. Ah, I know. Yuko is supposed to be...
Yuko? So she has an interest in...
If I remember correctly, she mentioned in conversation once that she's tried knitting a sweater a few times, but with your housekeeping expertise...
Great. Thanks for all... All right. Let's go...
Oh, there she is. Poop.
Honestly, my husband doesn't lift a finger around the house. The moment he's home on his day off, it's shoes off and straight to bed so he can just lie there doing nothing.
I have one of those at home as well. I know his work is tiring, but recently I've been really struggling with all the housework.
They act like it's our job, just because we do it. But nobody trained us either.
Hello, ladies. Might I ask which one of you is Yuko?
Oh, that would be me. Sorry, I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
I'm Toma, the housekeeper for the Yashiro Commission. We're looking to start a housekeeping class at the Commission headquarters. I was just wondering whether that might be something that interests you.
Housekeeping?
That's right, yes. We'll be teaching a whole bunch of handy housework tips and tricks. Sweeping, mopping, laundry, cookery, that sort of thing. All based on my years of experience as a housekeeper. The class is free, of course. The only cost to you is the materials used during the class.
What do you think?
I think this is suspiciously coincidental.
Well, I'll be straight with you ladies. I believe the classes are free for a limited time only, right, Traveler? So far, attendance has been a little on the slow side, so we decided to start offering free trial classes. In other words, we won't charge you for the first few classes you attend. After the trial period comes to an end, and if you're still satisfied with the results, you can book more classes for yourself and complete the rest of the course. I'll be sure to give you a favorable price.
I see. It's certain, but I have a question. Is this class restricted to women only?
Oh, not at all. It's open to people of all genders and ages. The way I see it, housework comprises an essential set of skills that no one could afford to be without. You've got to know how to look after yourself. Life should come before work, don't you think?
Well said. In that case, I'll bring my husband along. Sounds like he could learn a thing or two from you.
Me too. Oh, and while you're at it, have you thought about asking Nog? I'm sure older folks like him would have time to attend. The more the merrier.
Thank you, Toma.
All right. I'll see if I can convince the older folks to come along and make up the number.
We're going all over on an advertisement campaign. The ads. The ads!
Housekeeping class, eh? I was handy around the home back in the day. Sadly, the older I get, the fewer things I'm able to do myself.
Oh my god. I just suddenly got a flashback and a reminder of a Smosh. Try not to laugh. All I can think of is the, "Hello, weary traveler. Greetings, weary traveler. Looking to enter the Cave of Wonder, eh? I saw many people go in and none return."
You're very young. Are you quite sure you're up to the task of teaching housekeeping? It's not as easy as you might think.
I will do my very best. As housekeeper for the Kamisato clan, I've been honing my craft for a long time now. I believe I'm up to the task.
Very good, young man. Well, then, if you're as good as you claim to be, I will encourage everyone...
What can I say? We'll be honored to have you... Well then, that will probably just about do it as...
Teleportation?
To be honest, with this being my first time holding a class, I've got no idea how many people to expect. I just hope it goes well. Anyway, tonight I'll set up the table. So, what do you think the turnout will be like? I sure hope so. This is the weirdest feeling. Housekeeping has always been something I do alone, but now I'm a...
Wait until the following day. Said the following day.
Welcome, one and all. This is my first time teaching a housekeeping class, just as I'm sure it's your first time attending one. I'd like to start from the theory, if I may, and talk a little bit about why mastering the discipline of housekeeping is such an important thing.
Quick, come in. Toma started the class already. Well, of course. No one's ever held a class like this in the past. I saved you a place. Please take a seat.
The way I see it, housekeeping is a unique skill set that empowers you to set your life in order. Nowhere are these skills more pertinent than in the context of a marital relationship. In a marriage, the lives of two people become closely in. If you can't look after yourself properly, that burden ends up being shouldered by your partner. This, in turn, will start to take a toll upon the relationship with...
What the...
Huh?
I brought him. Didn't you say men can study housekeeping too?
Wipe that look off your face. Aren't you going to greet the teacher?
No, it's... I...
Darling.
Hello, teacher.
For the love of... Hello, teacher.
Well, hello, and welcome. Now that you're here, I expect you to pay attention and work hard. Well, let's keep going. Housekeeping is not difficult per se. The difficult part is consistency, keeping on top of it over a long stretch of time. To keep up with housework on an ongoing basis, you either have to love everything about it, or you need a few tricks up your sleeve to make things easier. So, for today's topic, we're going to focus on how to make light work of housework. Excuse me, you over there, focus, please. I like to see active engagement in my lessons. That is, unless some of you are looking to stay behind after class to catch up.
Strange. There's two ending. Select two. Oh. There's another route to go through. But back to the back cave. Batman. Fat man. Hello. Probably at the housekeeping. Probably at the housekeeping bit. Gotta get all the endings. Because essentially all these hangout quests are essentially just you're repeating one day. You're repeating one day for several days. To see what possible endings you can get.
Oh, welcome. It must have been, since it's so, please. And, what's wrong? Whoa, I admit, I may have for normal meals. Anyway, please. Well, seems like Mike, you're welcome. Take your cape, for example. If you ignore them, sooner let me sew it up for you later. Speaking of housekeeping, cleaning, cooking, and mending are among my What is it? Wait, you're suggesting I'm not sure. I just don't think it's realistic to change. With that being said, life maintenance is important. You know what? Let's get... Alright then. If we're only opening this up to the Yashiro Commission staff, it's tables and chairs I can sort out easily. Let's start by asking around.
So the other option is closed class. Damn it! I have to talk to people! Fuck! Fuck, I have to talk to people. More people! Fuck you! Ayaka appears and goes, I want to see this class. You want to see this class too? Their wives hate it. Their wives hate it. In 3 days you will be mine. If you can, your wives will dump you and join me if they answer me these questions 3. Do not go to the run fair. That's one thing you'll learn. If you're dating anybody, don't go to the run fair. Thanks, Game Grumps, for teaching us that lesson. Because mystical wizards will steal your girlfriend. In 3 days you'll be mine. You can leave that normie if you answer me these questions 3.
Housekeeping, you say? You know, since it's Toma teaching, I'd definitely be up. Unfortunately, I have quite a lot going on over the next couple of days. But could I swing by once my schedule's freed up?
Oh, no problem at all. You can join whenever you...
Thanks, Toma. Also, this isn't really my place, but if you're starting a housekeeping class, as the Kamisato clan's butler, I'm sure she'd know a lot about housekeeping.
Sure. Let's go pay... Let's hope this...
Ah, Toma. And has something happened?
Oh, not at all. We were just thinking of starting a housekeeping class.
A housekeeping class? How wonderful. Do you know, I've always wanted to have Koharu learn from you. Oh, finally the time has come. I'm guessing you intend to open the class up to the whole Yashiro Commission? Not just housekeeping staff and servants, right? In which case, why don't you do a big spring clean of the commission itself? It would be a great way to showcase your seeing is believing after all. You could spend a long time trying to convince them with words alone, or you could let them...
I like Furuta's suggestion. And it's not like we have a better idea. In which case, heck, why not? Let's showcase the appeal. Let's get... And the flowers will really flourish now that the weeds are gone.
Toma is as enthusiastic as ever.
While we're here, though, we should water the trees.
What's this all about?
The whole Yashiro Commission looks as good as new. We had a lot of spectators, huh? Either way, I usually handle all of this stuff on my own. But having you join me, well, here's hoping. Make sure you get some good rest.
It's the following day. TikTok, motherfucker.
Welcome. Don't be too upset. With things like this, you can't expect to change people's views. Well then, it looks like I'm all yours for this class. I mentioned earlier about sewing up your clothes. I also want to take this opportunity to teach you how to knit a sweater. That way, you'll be able to make yourself some warm clothes before the winter comes. The fact that you're so ready to look out for me has already... But really, it doesn't bother me. People are always going to talk. It's in their nature. And you can't do... But that's enough about all that. Let's start with the classic stockinette stitch. First, wrap the yarn around. Put your thumb on the yarn here. You learn pretty quick. But you need to pay close attention. Exactly, just like that. Now, set yourself a small goal to start with. For example, knit a scarf by the time winter arrives. Scarves are always a great choice. Just imagining it warms...
Huh. No one shows up for the class in that one. Got it. So that's the horrible ending. Endings. The itinerary, so that's both those. To the downtown.
I keep thinking, since I'm the host here, but this... So, what do you usually... You want to go out for a stroll? If you like cats and... I go there feeling that. Narukami Island will... Back to where we first... Which one are you feeling? I know Rito pretty... Today's a rare day off.
Let's see. Head to Rito Town. Aloy is just adamant about sleeping. Silly little dog.
I haven't been to Rito in a long time. Then again, a long time for humans is a blink of an eye for the natural environment. Makes me wonder, what is Mondstadt like these days? Yeah, I actually grew up there. Later, my father moved back to Inazuma, and then we never heard from him. I wanted to take him some dandelion wine, so I took the boat. Unfortunately, we hit a huge storm on the way, which sank the boat. Oh, I'll spare you the rest. This is a branch. I'm guessing you would have seen shops that look like this over there.
Ah, hello there. What brings the two of you all the way out to Rito today? Since you're here, you should pick out a special something. We've got some fantastic pieces in at the moment, like this Noctilucus jade necklace, or this Core Lapis bracelet. They may not be top tier in terms of ore quality, but do either of them pique your interest?
I think both suit you very... to heck with it. How often do we get to do this? But you've got to be fair to us with the price, ma'am. My friend here is actually from Liyue.
Oh, really? Well, say no more, Toma. I wouldn't dream...
It looks very reasonable. Deal. Back in its heyday, Rito always used to remind me of Mondstadt. Freedom of trade, freedom of culture, and freedom of lifestyle. This is the Sailing Breeze, a purveyor of Mondstadt wine. As it turned out, one of the first things that greeted me here when I arrived wasn't my father, but wine. It must be said, though, the wines here aren't quite up to the Dawn wine. Back when my father was still in Mondstadt, he used to talk fondly of the angel ship. Of course, I was still a kid back then, and now that I'm actually old enough, the opportunity is gone. I hope so. You've been to Mondstadt, right? I hear the owner's quite a formidable businessman. Given the chance, when that day comes, we should also grab a drink. Wait, what am I saying?
You dare question my age?
Rito's been going downhill ever since the Sakoku decree took effect. The winds of freedom disappeared, and a dark gloom took their place. Ironically, though, it's that same gloom that really allows me to thrive here.
Hi, Toma. Out shopping with your friend? Can I get you anything today?
Oh, why not? I'll take that toy fox. The Sakoku decree has not been good for business. Merchants have faced hostility at every turn. That's why the International Trade Association got together. Here we are. Bet this takes you back, huh? I'm sure he's getting by. He wrote me not long ago, actually, asking me to deal with the situation for one of the merchants. Kurisu works tirelessly to maintain some sort of order within the business world, despite the entire industry being less than ideal. Must be tough for the guy. I hope everything gets back to normal as soon as possible.
They'll never.
Excuse me, Toma? It is you! What a coincidence! I was just about to send someone to deliver a gift to you.
I don't believe we've met. And if there's a gift involved here, I'm not sure I've earned it. Is there something I can do for you?
No, you don't know me, but I've heard of you before. I ran into some trouble a while back. Asked Kurisu for some help, and he said you were the one that resolved the situation. If you're on the receiving end of someone's kindness, you can't let it go unacknowledged. So, I tried to pick out something that I thought...
Something you thought I might like?
That's right! So here it is. Some confectionery from Yume no Tenenan, a fine purveyor of Inazuman delicacies. Each one costs a small fortune. I thought this would be the only fitting way to repay someone of your stature. Not to mention that the value of your assistance far outweighs the value of my gift. Do you like it?
I don't know how you did it, but you managed to cater to my taste perfectly. I humbly accept your gift. Keep up the good work in your line of business, and if you have any further problems, feel free to come find me.
I will! Thanks again. I'll leave you in peace now.
You too. Pretty high energy guy, huh? You want to try? This store is indeed renowned in Inazuma. In fact, demand is so high that it's very difficult to come by their products. They're all handmade by top chefs, and the flavor is as authentic as it gets. Great! I'm glad you... I'll see about trying to make my own recipe when I get the chance. They're made from a traditional family recipe, though, so... Okay, let's keep heading this way. We don't get to hang out all that often. With the change of seasons, retail gives me a different feeling each time I come. Maybe it's not entirely to do with the seasons. Anyway, the main point is, I'm happy to be here with... I come to this place The view here isn't as spectacular as on Narukami Island, but if you're looking for a relaxing spot, I believe that the Sakoku decree will be repealed one day. And this, when the winds of freedom Alright, come to think of it, I do have a couple more places I could take you. The whole reason I took you out was to think, as long as you enjoyed yourself, that's all I could ask for. Really? Okay. Oh, my. It's... This really... I'm a little lost for words. This... Oh, I know, but I don't mean it... let me put it this way. The confectionery I received from that merchant earlier, thoughtful gift, don't get me wrong. I helped him out, so if you lend more to someone, you can... But the gift you just gave me can't be weighed. Oh, okay. Well, it's an omamori. I always... But it can bring the bearer good luck. He gave it to my mom. Who knows? Maybe this omamori... Whatever the truth of it is...
Gay! And again, Genshin, MiHoYo can make whatever story they want. I'm just a player that has to traverse, that sees through the traveler's story, and kind of help the traveler go through said story. Just like how in Legend of Zelda games, the ones where you could name Link, you're essentially just playing the role of going through a story as Link. How you go through that story is up to you, the player. That's the thing about RPGs and story games where you take control of a character. You are essentially this one character that you're just essentially a viewer looking through the events of a story. However, how that story proceeds and ends is kinda up to the player, through the limitations they have. I believe I have achievements. Flame. And open this. character, but scroll downward. So this character is subject to a bunch of hate and deletion. Oh, I can ascend them. I apparently have enough materials for it. Sure, why not? I mean, it gives me a free standard wish orb, which I could use. I can always use some standard wish ones. Okay, so I need a lot more for that. Spend some material leveling you up then, because I'm the type of person that has to level up all my characters. There, you're leveled up. Now all that's left to do is your fucking ascension again. When I get the materials. Who knows? Maybe I'll be able to upgrade your talents too. One day. Keyword, one day. Now that I have a standard wish, let's use up the standard wish. I mean, it's more stardust to use on rainbow orbs. Because that's what I use them on. Actually, I have quite a few stardust. Yeah, it won't hurt. I'll make it back in a minute. Might as well get all of them. They count towards the wish total. Purple. Which one did I get? Razor again. Hey, I can get a rainbow orb now. So technically now I can get a rainbow orb. Let's buy a rainbow orb. To you, and here. Yeah, another one. Hey, each one adds up to that pity wish. And who knows what I'll draw. Oh yeah. I gotta give Razor his constellation upgrade. Wait. When Claw and Thunder hits an opponent, their defense will be decreased by 15%. Interesting. Now, other than the Through the Mists quest, which I could do, I think I'll end the stream and do that off stream. Because I've been playing this game off. I only stream this game every now and then. Mainly, it gives me the opportunity to call out a few things. Like, generally, people complaining about Genshin. It's a free-to-play.
I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often.
People are too focused on things to complain
How
about
greedy
and
of me.
nitpick. But they forget what the game is in general. I mean, yes, you can make fun of it and just say it's waifu Breath of the Wild or what have you. And I played both Breath of the Wild, both normal and master mode with all the DLC and this game. They both kind of play slightly differently. Yes, there's the whole exploration, and eating certain foods will heal you, but there's something to this game and Breath of the Wild that keep them different. Like, they feel and play differently at that point. At this one, you have a party of 4, whereas in Breath of the Wild, you are only Link. And your weapons break. Your weapons don't break in here, and this is more of an RPG, rather than get a heart container or something. And I'm a fan of Zelda, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. I played Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Skyward Sword, up to the end boss, but I couldn't beat him because the controls were not ideal, in my opinion. Played, what was it, Spirit? Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, the 3D revamps or remakes of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, though I did like the difficulty changes to the bosses in the revamp of fucking Majora's Mask. Though I wish it had a Master Quest, where the dungeons were more difficult and stuff. And not locked behind an amiibo, of course. Then there's Breath of the Wild, the Hyrule Warrior games. Played them. I've played and beat the story of Hyrule Warriors 1 and Age of Calamity. Or Hyrule Warriors 1 and 2, as I could call it. Both on Switch. Still, I have yet to fully complete the first Hyrule Warriors game because of the ranking system, and mainly it requires around pretty much one player perfecting the game. My favorite character being Young Link in that one. And for Age of Calamity, I almost have it complete. I just have to do a bunch of stuff that require materials, and then it would be complete. This is not counting the DLC for Age of Calamity, of course. But I think I've played enough of this game for now today. I should play other games, like I gotta play Call of Duty, Cold War to get some tiers for my Battle Pass. Because yes, the Battle Pass is currently active, and I usually tend to get tiers by playing a game of zombies, or maybe dabble in a little bit of multiplayer. I mean, compared to Modern Warfare's multiplayer, like actual multiplayer, not Warzone. I don't count Warzone. But Modern Warfare was fun. Cold War was still fun too. Bit fast-paced, and it has that the Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 feel. That got me into the Call of Duty multiplayer. So let's leave the character here, and that's where I'll end the stream. So, anyone who sees this, few things to close it. I don't get why people complain about certain games. I get that people want to spend money on a loot box system when you could earn the spins for free. I don't have a problem earning it. I mean, look at the characters I have from just simply playing the game and not putting money down. Sure, I might have missed a few characters during their promotions, but they come back around eventually. I mean, look, Child's back again for, like, what, a third time? And I do take the surveys and do make suggestions saying that they should add maybe a rerun banner, which reruns characters, select characters every now and then, and a banner for new characters, which doesn't have the pity system behind it, but when you get a 5-star, you get the character straight up. Or maybe a pity system for that one, but it takes like twice or 3 times as many spins. or a cumulative chance increase for a 5-star with every spin. That starts at literally 0% on the first spin, and then slowly builds up as you by, I would say, 0.1% for every few spins. It'd help Genshin make money, and if a 5-star happens to be pulled, the consumer gets the 5-star, or the option to just straight up buy the 5-star if they don't want to deal with the loot box, but make the price increase because they're not taking a chance on it. They're getting a guarantee. That would be where I'd say a Genesis Crystal ticket that lets you invite any character that's in the game as a playable character in the archive, but make it an expensive guarantee character item. Like, say, 10, 20 bucks for the character. No, 25 bucks for the character. Prices these days. Literally, I could skin. Like, how much is that many? Like 1,680 crystals. How much is that? So 980 crystals is 15 bucks. So since that one is essentially that many crystals, it'd be 15 bucks. So why not make a character 30 bucks? 20 to 30 bucks for a guaranteed character. Or make an option to where you get every character as they come out for a set amount of time, or unlock all characters for a set amount of time for 60 bucks worth of crystals. That's how I would do it. I mean, these skins are essentially 15 to 20 bucks in worth. No, they are 16 bucks because of how math works. But yeah, I'd go as far as to say make characters cost 30 bucks if a skin for one is 15 bucks, essentially. Or make it to where, oh, you've got the skin, you unlock the character too. But you just don't get their default outfit until you get the first actual unlock. That $5 for a blessing, it gives you 90 primo gems per day over across 27 to 30 days. Doesn't seem bad. But I don't pay for that stuff anyway. It just makes you more lazy. But then again, when you're taking a break from the game, you don't need a membership thingy like that. So, with that Aloy plus Aloy being deleted from people, or people refusing to claim it, I don't see what the problem is. I mean, give me a good reason why Aloy should be removed from the game, or why you don't want Aloy in your team. I mean, it's a 5-star character with a decent bow that comes with her. So, my only problem is, what's the problem? I don't see a good reason why to get rid of a 5-star character.
So this is a day in the life of the traveler.
That's my only problem with it. Otherwise, I think I'll keep the character. I mean, I'll protest the protesters. I think Aloy was a great crossover character. Actually, I'm hoping that if Genshin can work with Nintendo to put the game on Switch, which would be an idea. Yay, MiHoYo, maybe put it on Switch as well. And then work with Nintendo a bit and see about maybe coming to a deal to allow Link. Maybe add Link into the game. Of course, Link would have to be a sword user who always has a shield.
A
blade is
or
like a tea
make
leaf.
him the first character
Only
that can be
those who sample it
customized
many
to
times
be
can
a spear
appreciate
user,
its true qualities.
a sword user, or a claymore user. And his skill set changes, including his talents swap out or stay the same across all weapons. And he could be a wind character, because, you know, Breath of the Wild. Keyword, Breath of the Wild. So wind. I wouldn't mind it that way. And give him different attack combos based on what weapon you equip him with. Of course, switching his weapon is literally gives him access to every weapon, and he would be automatically a 5-star. But make him a crossover character, and hell, make a whole quest about it. Maybe after the next content drop of the next island or so. Make it seem like he comes out of a portal. Or make it Ocarina of Time Link, where he's a sword user, but he always has a shield. His skill could be blocking with his shield. But that's just my opinion. I would be glad to have a fucking Link character in this game, because I would like to see how that would go. Of course, you'd have to talk to Nintendo about it. So that's the end of the stream.